And now, the First Alert Storm Team, live from the 13 Now digital desk. This is Tropic Topics, sponsored by Peden Heating and Air Conditioning and Mariana Toyota.
Guess what, guys? We made it. It is the end of hurricane season, and we are at a wrap. We're doing a season wrap-up here. We're going to talk about some of the numbers and early season predictions, as well as what just happened. And obviously what we can all celebrate, which is the end of hurricane season and a extremely, extremely quiet end of hurricane season. In fact, that was really cool. I don't know how you did that.
Yeah, that was fun.
I do like that. In this episode, in our season wrap-up, we're going to give away some stuff. Yeah, that's right. I don't know what stuff we're giving away, but I was told we're giving away some stuff. We also have a video at some point in time that we're going to show that's kind of a
funny
summation of all of the episodes together and shows you just how much of, how can I put this nicely?
A fun time.
A fun time? Yeah, but I was going to say something
He was
like
Slightly stressful at points.
Yeah.
He was gonna put some
probably.
digs in there.
Yeah.
no digs. Just how annoying I can be. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what the video is. It just
You're
shows.
speaking about yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we won't
Okay,
argue
I thought
with
you were gonna
that.
say something about me. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was speaking about myself. If you have any questions or anything else you want us to answer, feel free to put them in the comments section. We'll be happy to scroll through. I've got the WMBB page up in front of me. I've got my page up in front of me. We have all of our pages up so we can answer those questions. So no matter where you're watching from, just go ahead and throw those in the comment section. And obviously, if you want to win some stuff, you're going to have to answer some questions. So
Questions that we'll
Quiz
probably
time.
make up on the spot.
we will probably make them up because we have not discussed this.
Yeah, I was like, we got questions.
Because
Okay.
I just showed up here today.
Yeah, you did. Now, what have you done today, Grace?
Well,
I
she
woke
showed up for
up
the team.
and Ross brought me coffee.
I did do that,
He
yeah.
bribed her into coming today.
Between the
Yeah.
last episode and this episode, I grew a beard.
Wow, it's been such a long
I
time.
know. It's been quiet.
Look at
Yeah.
how long it is and everything.
I know,
A lot
right?
of growth going on.
It's glorious. It's probably going to be shaved tomorrow. Probably.
Really?
Maybe.
Oh, you're not going through the end of the year?
I don't know. The whole charity
I've
thing
heard
didn't
rumors,
really work out.
so I
and-
mean, I think you should just keep it going.
Okay, let's jump into it. Let's
On
stop
to
talking about me.
hurricanes.
Yeah, let's on to the end of hurricane season. So this was the mid-season outlook, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration puts the outlook out, or NOAA, NOAA, right there in the middle. Kristen's giving me a weird look.
Just making sure you say it all right.
Did I say it right? National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, right? That's it.
Do you know what the
yeah.
It was
CSU
tough
is?
the first time.
Yeah, that's Colorado State University.
Look at Ross passing his own quiz today.
look at there. They're the two organizations that give us outlooks, and they said we would have 17, basically-ish storms. And NOAA said 15 to 21. They said 8 hurricanes, 7 to 10 from NOAA. They said 4 majors, 3 to 5 from NOAA. The average that's just slightly above average. Basically, that's what the outlook was. This was the mid-season outlook. So how did they do? Well, they did all right. You know, why did it go to there? This should have been the last one. But whatever, we'll come back to this one.
Well, I can give you the stats right now if you need them.
Huh?
I have it memorized.
Oh, do you
from
have them
this morning.
memorized?
Yeah.
Well, the next slide should have our stats there. So how did they do? Well, we crossed every name off the list. So it was certainly an active season. Wanda, Victor, Teresa, we didn't really talk about because they were,
In the middle of nowhere.
yeah, they
Fish
were
storms.
fishies.
That's so satisfying to me that we just got every name.
And we didn't go
nothing
into the
else.
alternate list, which
Yeah.
was
I'm
glorious.
glad because I did not like that list tonight.
I didn't want to say any of the alternate list.
And they upgraded that forecast mid-season and
That was the midseason.
increased it, or during August or something like that.
That was the mid-season update. That was
That
the
we
one
just
I was
talked
showing you.
about,
Yeah. So, yeah, they did all right. We had an above-average season as far as number of storms. Major hurricanes, there were 4 of them. So, right on the nose from Colorado State University. And number of storms, how many are there on that list? 23? Is that what
There's
it is?
21.
21. Okay, there's 21 named storms this year. Most of them coming in September. We had a ton of storms in September. Other than that, the rest of the season really was pretty quiet. It really was all down to September. So there was one named storm in May. There were 3 in June, 1 in July, 6 in August, 9 in September. And then between October and November, just Wanda. Just one.
Just one.
We like that.
Just Wanda.
No
Yeah.
complaints.
And for the first time on record, first time ever it's ever happened, from October 15th to today's date, there was not a single major hurricane, not just in the Atlantic, but the entire world. It's never happened before. And you say, well, hurricanes only happen in the Atlantic. Well, actually, they happen in the East Pacific too. And when we're talking tropical cyclones in the Pacific, aka typhoons, they're hurricanes too. They're just named
Different
different.
names,
Yeah,
yep.
but they're hurricanes too. The strengths are the same, even when we go to the classification from the most confusing organization in the world, which is the Japanese, and how they classify their storms, because they call tropical storms typhoons. Then they call hurricanes typhoons. And then they call major hurricanes super typhoons.
Right.
So how anybody knows what's going on over there, I
I
have
think if they
no
hear
idea.
one word, they're just prepared for the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you were like, a typhoon's coming, and it's like, okay, well, is this just
Is
like
it like a mini? Is
like
it like a
rainstorm?
regular?
Is it a
or
mini
it like
typhoon?
Is this a rainstorm, or are we talking a hurricane? Like, are we,
A mini typhoon.
is this something we got to prepare for, or I don't know.
We could do that with hurricanes. Mini hurricane.
I mean, but imagine if we called tropical storms hurricanes.
Mini hurricanes.
Everyone would be so.
So it'd be so confused.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that would be weird to me. But yeah, so overall the season really panned out quite nicely for us, at least in the end. We did indirectly have 3 impactful storms here. We're really 5 impactful storms here. 3 kind of directly, 2 definitely directly, Fred and Mindy. Then we also had kind of impacts from Elsa, Danny, and Claudette.
We also had some like indirect from Ida.
Yeah,
All
that's
those
true.
rain
So I
bands.
guess you could say 6.
Yeah.
6 had an impact here. Yeah, we had some rain. That's right. We did have some rain come through for Ida for a couple of days. That helped.
Definitely a swell as
Yeah,
well.
the water was really bad for a while.
Yeah, that helped add to our rainfall total. And for those that are wondering how close we are to the record that I was absolutely positive we were going to smash, we're still about 1 3/4 inches shy of the record.
Oh
so
man, I want to beat the record.
I'm
don't.
okay with not
I
beating
don't
it,
want no more
honestly.
records.
I want to beat it.
I'm okay with being just shy. I mean, second wettest year on record, still impressive. In October, I was like, man, we're going to beat it by like 15
for a while
inches.
there in August and September, I was like, okay, no more rain. I'm totally done with this. But now that we've had a dry spell for such a long time,
I mean, we need a little bit of rain,
I could,
but
Yeah.
I could use a little bit
we,
of rain.
we could we do need a little bit of rain, but I'm okay with not beating
Not like
the record.
3 to 5 inches on one day.
True.
Yeah, and speaking of the pattern, talking about the weather that is going on, La Nina is cranking up. And we're headed right into what we would expect for a La Nina pattern, which is storm track is way off to our north. We got a little bit of the subtropical jet starting to show up, which might help bring us a little moisture as we head into the next couple of weeks. But we're also turning warmer than average. In fact, looking at the long range, I wouldn't be surprised over the next couple of weeks if we see 80-degree temperatures a couple of days.
Bring it
So
back. Bring it back. Yes.
the heat is on. Yeah, we'll be bringing the warmer temperatures back. So all of those that have been loving the colder temperatures, sorry, we're gonna be changing things up. So yeah, so that is our season wrap. Let's throw the video up, Spencer. Let's show the people what they've been missing. And if you haven't watched with us, or you have watched with us, if you're big fans, if you stayed with us all year long, thank you. Thanks for listening to us. We tried to do our best. This was a learning curve for us too, but I think we did a good job.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. 23 people would agree with us.
That's good.
They're still entertained enough to be paying attention to what we're talking about here. But yeah, quiet season. Again, to the 25 now that are watching, we're giving away stuff. So
So stay on.
So
Just
stay on and share it. We're also going to talk here at the end about what we're going to be doing next, which is some cool stuff. So you want to stick around for that as well. The lights that starts this Thursday. If you haven't done your submissions yet, do that. That's Christmas across the Panhandle. Yeah, you know, this is the only way I could figure out
Christmas,
how to get my name.
Ross.
Yeah, thanks, Spencer. All right, let's go to the video.
Yeah.
So these are our favorite. These were some of our favorite moments.
Yes, some of our favorite moments here, people. Enjoy. Welcome to the first episode of Tropic Topics. We've got Kristen Kennedy, our morning Met, and we have Grace Thornton, our weekend Met. A Baltimorean, right? Is that how you say
Baltimorean?
Don't sell yourself short.
Hello, everyone. This is meteorologist Ross Whitley. Welcome back to Tropic Topics.
We're focusing heavily on our area because we wanted to give you guys something that was a little more specific.
A lot of changes have come over the past several days, and there's still a lot to dig into when it comes to this tropical system.
And we're going to be talking about Elsa, and no, there will be no Frozen themes to this.
I always like to equate tropical systems are a pinball and a massive game, and we're trying to predict about 12 moves from now.
We are the only ones in the area that actually put our forecast in it.
It doesn't take much to stall your vehicle. It only takes about 8 to 9, possibly 10 inches of rain. Tropical upper tropospheric troughs out there. Good job,
round of
Grace.
applause.
Round of
I
applause.
said that.
I'm riding solo today, to quote, is that Jason Derulo, right? That's riding solo. Anyways, we have a special guest, Nick Underwood.
I'm an aerospace engineer for NOAA's Aircraft Operations Center, which you know us better as the NOAA Hurricane Hunters. My job on the aircraft is to link those instruments up with our data systems on board and then actually load them into the chute that we have and then to flip the switch and fire them off the aircraft.
If you want to follow me on Twitter, my handle's wrong here. I'll let this one slide.
The details.
First messed up.
I mean, you know, we always give props to Spencer.
Oh, it was.
Oh, look at there.
I was wrong. Sorry, Spencer.
What is that? Oh,
I'm gonna climb in
goodness.
the plane.
So this is where you're going to have to reel me in a little bit. This is my Ross's Rant segment. I saw several hype pages saying that there was going to be a Category 5. You know, they did that 240 hours out.
That's what
I mean,
happens.
come on. Ross is just being silly at this point and wish that guy would stop talking.
A shout out to Gloria. She's like one of our top fans here, watching every week. We have a little care package, a little News 13 swag we're going to send you.
Every Thursday, we're here at 1 o'clock. Somebody is here at 1 o'clock. One of the three of us, or all three of us, or two of the three of us, or any iteration of the 9
There's
combinations.
none of us, there's a problem.
So thankfully, we don't have anything else to do about the tropics. Where's my little badumch?
I think what we learned from that is we're not allowed to leave Ross alone.
Yeah, Ross can't solo anchor the show.
You saying that all the worst points were when I was by myself?
I didn't say they were the worst. I just said
you get
that
a
we
little
shouldn't
insight
leave
into
you
what's going on
alone.
in my head,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
a whole lot of crazy. So.
I don't think people should have to go through that. It's kind of like a little bit of abuse.
Abuse. Kristen, come on. Come on. All right, let's give some stuff away. Let's stop talking about how much of an idiot I am, and let's give away some stuff. Some people say that I rock, okay? That's all I say. My fans on my page are saying that I rock, all right?
I don't know
What are
if
your
I even
fans
have
saying, huh?
fans.
My fans are saying they love watching.
Oh, are they?
Mostly for me, but
Oh,
you know,
yeah, okay.
it is what it is.
All right. All right, let's give some stuff. Let's see here, Spencer. You got any ideas on how we're gonna do this?
I got a good question. If anybody can answer it.
All right.
The first person to answer it. What was and we just went over this, what was the first named storm
Ooh.
of this season? If you can
Do you
answer
know
it
it,
in the
Grace?
comments, we will give you
Okay, good.
something.
Me too.
I mean,
Don't
it was a
answer it
fish
out loud,
storm,
but
But what was the name of it?
I
Can I give a hint?
Starts with
are we
an
gonna
A.
do a hint?
They are in alphabetical order.
They are in
It
alphabetical
starts with
order.
an A.
that's pretty
There's your
helpful.
hint.
Yes. Can I give a hint?
No,
Am
the
I allowed
hint
to
is
give
it
a
starts with A.
Well, yeah. Well, there's another hint. There
Okay,
was
go
a
for it.
Frozen theme to this year's list, so
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Okay, you're right.
Hey, okay, Tyler Spalding has already had it on mine. So, congrats, Tyler. Big fan. He's a follower here. Does spelling count?
I don't think so.
We're just gonna go with number one.
Spell.
It's a weird spelling. We're dealing with that one.
All right, yeah. All right, Tyler, we will send you a direct message, and we will get you some swag. What are we giving away today, Spencer?
We got our normal koozies and pins.
Koozies and pins.
Koozies and pins.
One thing I will
Can't go
say,
wrong
though,
with
is, Tyler, we will message you on Facebook, but you will need to accept our messages. So make sure you accept
Go into
the
your
message.
message requests. I think that's where it's probably going to show up.
Yeah. You got that, Tyler? Just give me a thumbs up if you got that, yeah. All right. Did we give anything did we do a care package for Sandy at some point in time? Did we do that?
We did Gloria. I don't think we ever got Sandy, though. Sandy's been here
Sandy's
a
gotta
lot
answer
this
questions.
season.
Yes. Sandy has been here a lot.
I think she deserves a care package.
I think she does deserve a care package. Sandy, we're gonna send you something too, because you've been a avid fan. So we're gonna do that too. All right, let's do another question. Let's give something else away.
That was my only good
Okay, what was well,
Let,
We were talking about something earlier that I had posted on Facebook.
I have a
about
question.
Being a weather
I have a
okay,
question
you do
if you
that
don't have
because
All right,
no
all
one's
right.
gonna-
Mine's gonna go back to some of our educational tutorials of this year.
oh, here we go.
I know, right? Let me put up the glasses that I don't have on today. Yes, the educational tutorials. We talk specifically about 3 things that inhibit tropical development.
Oh.
All right?
Wow, that's really
good one.
that's a tough one.
Name one of the 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay.
I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna
One
say
of
name all
the 3. You don't have to name all 3. I just want one of the 3 things that inhibit tropical development. First to answer gets the prize.
You don't know.
You don't
Spencer?
know, Spencer?
Spencer, come on.
on,
We
we've
talked
only
about this
mentioned it,
like every week.
Literally every week.
I'm focused on punching the buttons.
Don't act like your job is an excuse, okay?
He gets briefed before every Tropic Topics, just like we do.
Briefed. I walked in 10 minutes late.
Are you guys getting any? I don't have any.
Any answers? Any answers? Michael McGuire.
What was the answer?
He put Saharan dust.
Well-
He's half correct. We're gonna answer that. We're gonna
No,
say
I
that.
think that
Wrong.
should count.
I think that should count.
Okay, yeah. All right, we'll let it count. So that goes along with the dry air, right? So
Yeah.
dry air would be one of the 3. We will give away prizes if you can answer 2 of the other 2.
Sherry Ward said cold water.
Inhibit
It's
tropical
also
development.
not
That's not really what I was
wrong,
looking for,
but
though.
it's-
And
Oh,
we did
Benny
a
Vaughn said dry air.
yes, that is correct. We have established dry air as one of the 3 that we're looking for here.
Miss Angie says warm water.
Warm water helps.
Warm water helps.
Eh.
Michael, if you are paying attention, we are going to send you. We're going to send you a prize. So, Michael, you are correct. You were the first to answer Saharan dust. So, dry air. That is the answer for that. We're also looking for 2 others.
What? Give us a hint.
One of them starts with an S. We talked about it a lot. It's not Saharan dust. We talked about it a lot. It can be
I don't think they're gonna
horizontal
get that one.
or
Yeah.
vertical. And we talked about this
Has
so
to do
often.
with the. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Wind.
Yeah. Has to do with wind. That is correct.
That's a big old hint. So
Massive hint.
hopefully, if you've watched, you kind of.
You guys could have honestly Googled
You could also
this
Google that.
within this span of time.
Someone's gonna throw out some big meteorological words. Watch.
Michael won again. Are we going to give him 2 things?
Yeah, I think
We'll
so.
throw on an extra item. We'll figure out like maybe a coffee cup or something.
We
to
could
give
just
to
let him do your job for a day.
Oh, man. Okay, Michael, yeah, I think we're going to send you a coffee cup or something. We're going to send you a bigger prize.
We'll add on to your already
All right, so
existing
we have
prize.
sheer.
Yeah, we have sheer and we have dry air. What's the third?
I almost died for a minute because I was like, oh my gosh, just gave out the answer. I was hoping that was the one he wrote. Sheer and dry air. Do you want to give them a hint?
Yeah, what's the hint on that one?
Well, it also starts with an S, but that's okay.
Better hints than an S.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. Okay, you give him a hint. Give him
I
another
just
hint.
gave them the last hint. The wind hint.
Andy says air pressure. That is not an S word necessarily.
Yeah, it goes along with that. Yeah.
All right, what's the first two letters?
Oh man, I'm bad at spelling, dude.
True. Very true.
Okay. So it's a hard to spell word.
S-U? S-U? Is that how you spell it? I'm talking about oscillations here, but is that how you spell it? Right? Is that how you spell it?
I don't know. How
Oh
to
my
spell
gosh.
it. I just want you to suffer with your dyslexia.
I
just want
you are seeing dyslexic hit me hard and very. All right, I'll give you another hint.
How about you
We
just
spent a whole episode talking about the Madden-Julian oscillation, specifically about this term. Yes?
I think we
Does
should
that help?
give a different question at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Answer it.
Okay, all right. The third one is the toughest by far. Michael says he knows the third, but he's going to let someone else answer it.
I think
Michael,
Michael
tell
should
us.
just
Michael,
answer it because
yeah.
I don't think.
Go ahead, Michael.
Go for
Put
it.
it on there.
3 for 3,
Type
do
it
it.
in, man. 3 for 3. All right. Well, he's lagging, so maybe it's us.
We're a little delayed.
Yeah, we might be a little delayed. I'm talking about suppression, sinking air.
Yes, SU.
SU. That's how you spell suppression. Okay.
I didn't know what
All
word
right.
you were going for. I knew the concept, but I was
Yeah.
like, what's the word you're trying to spell? It's like I can't read your mind.
Yeah, so the Madden-Julian oscillation, we did a whole episode on this. At least I did. I think this was one of those solo ones
I was
that
gonna say,
I
I
did.
don't think I was there for that one.
But yeah, when we get into oscillations and phases, we either have rising air or sinking air. And if we're in a phase with sinking air, then tropical development is far less likely. So dry air and wind shear and suppressive phase, those are the three main things that will inhibit tropical development. Yes, there's a lot of other things that can inhibit strengthening storms, but those three things will inhibit them from developing at all. So good on Michael for answering the two, but yes, suppression is the third. So now you know. Do we have any other questions? You want to throw one out?
What
I got
is the
another one.
first storm of the season that indirectly impacted us in Northwest Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, a good one. Yeah, that was a
I
good
know that one because I was
Yeah.
here for it.
Yeah.
Grace was here
Here,
for it.
if you want to give a hint, I was in
Me and
Colorado.
Me and Kristen had a
Yeah.
sleepover.
we did.
I was in Colorado, so I was
We were
not here.
rotating sleeping shifts.
There
We had a
was
sleepover during
about
this
2
storm.
days of tornado watches.
Yep. Fun
And
times.
2 tornado warnings in total.
Yep.
1 tornado
And then
warning
Fred came,
per
and then I was in
24 hours.
Colorado.
That's
Colorado's
true.
fun.
Colorado was just not nice to
Next
us.
year, I guess I'm going to go to Colorado.
Nah.
Yeah,
Y'all
Kristen
do
gets to
it.
go to Colorado during our next tour next year.
No. Okay.
No?
No.
He's like, no, don't do it.
Anybody?
No one?
Anyone? No, it wasn't Fred. Good guess, Sherry.
It was before Fred. There's your hint.
It was
Before
before
Fred.
Fred. So we have limited the number of letters in the
To
alphabet
5.
to 5.
I just counted them for you.
Don't answer it, Tyler. You've already gotten one right. Michael, you're cut off too. You-
Put your hands down
was
in
the-
class.
That's right. Put your hands down.
Can I give a hint?
Yeah,
Sure.
give a hint.
It was the third named storm.
It's the third name storm. There you go. Last
Oh,
and
come
final
on,
hint.
people.
So it starts with a C.
A, B, C. No one?
Yeah, we're a little delayed. Grace just gave the hint on our
I
live
gave a
feed,
big
so
hint.
It was a big
Grace
hint.
basically just gave the
I
answer.
gave it away,
Yeah.
pretty much.
She just didn't spell it for y'all.
All right, well, while we're waiting on the answer here, again, this week we're starting Christmas across the Panhandle. And yeah, emphasis on the
I don't think there's any way you
ROSS.
can do that.
ROSS in the across.
Across.
Across the Panhandle. Basically, if you've decorated your home and you want your home on television, submit it to mypanhandle.com. We do have a setup page for it. It looks like this, and you'll see that. You scroll on down, you'll read the red
Oh,
lettering.
it really is I thought you guys were just kidding.
No,
No,
it's
the emphasis was
across.
on the Ross.
Yeah,
in
it's
across.
Emphasis on the Ross.
On the Ross, yeah. Click post your own right there above the gallery and submit your photo. Wow, we have some awesome
Yeah, those are
submissions
cool.
already. Really cool. So what's going to happen is we're going to pick one each week, and we decided on one. We're definitely doing it every Thursday. We may add another day as we get closer to Christmas. We might just do every day Christmas week.
Wow, that's going all
Nah,
out, Ross.
I don't
You
know
gonna
if we'll
commit
do
to
every
that?
day.
I mean, I feel
Maybe
like
the last 3 days, because that's 3 days leading up to Christmas, right? Maybe we'll
Yeah.
do the last 3 days. That's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
No, we might do the last 3 days and do 3 different homes. But we
we'll
will
figure it
do.
out
We'll figure it
to
out as
come.
we go. That's how we do things here, anyways. But yeah, we'll go, and I will go and do the weather forecast in front of your lit up home for the 5 and 6 o'clock newscast. And then I got to get back here because I've got 2 other shows that I have to do, and I have to be in the studio for those. So unfortunately, I can't stay out there all night. But I will do the 5 and 6 live in front of your house. So we'll show off the lights, and we'll have a good time. So if you want a chance at me showing up to say hey, I don't know, after watching that video a few minutes ago, maybe you don't. get a little
Just be
idea
prepared to talk.
of my personality. Are you saying I talk too much? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just letting the
Or
people
not
know.
talk.
Oh, I did just get a guess on the
Hey, we
WMDB
do.
page.
We've got the correct answer. There it is.
Who gave it?
Benny.
Benny.
Bond.
Good job.
Benny Bond got the correct question or answer to the question. But to wrap up what I was saying, my thought before Kristen so rudely interrupted me, saying
Rude.
that I
I don't
talk
know
too
that.
much. Yeah, I'll show up. I'll do the weather forecast from your home, and that will be it. But yeah, it's going to be cool. So thanks to those that have already submitted.
Well, I hear it's gonna be lit.
Hey, where's the badump? You
Well,
got
It was a
That
one.
was a good one. Wow.
Good job, Spencer.
The
That's
hate.
funny.
Well, that's what happens when you're sarcastic to everything. Okay, then
Some
people
people
don't
like
want to
it.
people don't want to laugh at your jokes.
It's okay. I'll laugh at them. How about that?
You can laugh at them. We're gonna laugh at you. So.
Okay. Deal.
All right, I got one more question.
All right, one more.
One more question, and we haven't talked about this show, but it was mentioned in the video that we played. What does the word, or what does TUT stand
I knew
for?
that was gonna be the
Ooh.
I said it. It's a tough one.
It's a toughie.
That
It's
is
tough to say.
That is a tough
Honestly,
one.
to spell as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your hint is TUT is spelled
T-U-T-T.
TT. That's right. If you're an avid fan of the show,
I did stumble
not
through
just
it in the
our
video.
show here, but the news show. I have said this quite a lot on air, mainly because I just like saying it. Because then I'm just like, hey, I
Do
can
you feel
say
smart
this
when
word.
you say it?
I
There's
do.
some things that I say that I'm
do.
like, wow, yeah.
I definitely
That's
do.
from my degree.
It's like anytime I say climatological, I'm like,
And
oh,
say it correctly without
yeah.
stumbling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
climatological. Yeah, that's right.
Climatological is easier than meteorological.
Meteorological.
Meteorologically.
Which
Or logical.
Oh, tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Never mind.
Tell the people, Grace, what
Tomorrow
is.
is the first day of meteorological winter.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous day. It's going to be like
Yeah.
70 degrees.
We're
and
going in
sunny.
the wrong direction. We're
Yeah.
actually going to be getting warmer over the next couple of weeks.
But, you know, when I was back home last week,
Did you freeze?
you know, it was the day that I got up there, I was happy because I was like, oh, it's kind of refreshing. And then literally the next day, I was like, I
I need to go
I
back
don't
south.
want to be here anymore.
Oh, Sherry asked a good question. Why is June through November the season for hurricanes? So that's a good one. So using the word that we just referenced, climatologically, that is the time period in which we see the most number of tropical systems in the Atlantic Basin. In fact, next year, it's actually going to start a little bit sooner than June, and that is because over the last 10 years, we have climatologically had a storm before the first 2 weeks of hurricane season. So we're actually going to start it next year toward the end of April. So it'll be about 15 days earlier than it was this year.
You mean end of
May?
May, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
I was like, April.
I was like, that's
so
a really
early.
early start.
Too early, my bad.
It's too early to start thinking about hurricanes.
Got my months mixed up there. Yes, Sandy says tut question mark because we're nobody's answering.
TUTT, what does it stand for?
TUTT, what does it stand for? But yeah, that was a good question, Sherry. And interestingly enough, we've never had a landfalling hurricane after November 22nd in the U.S. So anybody have any idea of where that made landfall?
I wonder.
Anyone? Bueller?
Probably a pretty...
Here, Panama City. That's where it made landfall. It was
so special.
1985, Hurricane Kate, Category 2, made landfall just south and east of Panama City, basically in between Panama City and Mexico Beach. That was Hurricane Kate. So that was the last landfalling system ever recorded in the U.S. So we haven't had one any later than that. So really, you could probably wrap up hurricane season in the middle of November. It wouldn't have to be toward the end of November, but usually we don't have anything to pop up toward the end of November anyways. So I think that's just kind of CYA, as we like to say. Cover your booty.
Your backside.
Yeah.
CYB.
CYB. Yeah.
All right, Tut. Anybody got an answer?
It's like back to Tut, guys.
Sandy replied to Mike. Michael answered it again. We can't. Come on, Michael.
Michael, you're just very smart.
Yeah.
He's like that one kid in class who always raises their hand for every
He
answer.
is. He is. He's
Can't be
the guy.
mad. He's a dedicated fan.
You know, Michael is a friend of mine from North Carolina, and he watches a lot of the stuff that we do, and we talk weather quite a bit. So I got a feeling that Michael's got a little more than the amateur
Advantage
knowledge.
on people.
Yes, yeah. just a touch. So I do appreciate the fandom there, Michael, but. Yeah, you keep answering all the questions. So
in his defense, there hasn't
nobody
been any
else
other
was
question.
answering.
Let's make T-shirts.
Nobody else was answering. What are our teachers? Are they going to say WWA?
Maybe.
WWA.
If that's what you want.
Yeah.
What?
For
Oh,
anybody
watching.
for anybody that doesn't know what that means, when we were trying to come up with names
I got
for
it now.
this show, we were trying to come up with names for the show. I feel like the 18 people still watching deserve to
They
know
deserve to
16.
know a little
We're at
inside,
16
little
now.
behind the
the
scenes.
16. We're losing people. We were coming up with names, and we had a group chat, and we were throwing out names, and there were some funny ones, and there were some not so funny ones, and then
It's hard to come up with
then
these
there
types
was
of things.
then there was Grace,
Yes.
and Grace came up with the best name I've ever heard for tropical season. Unfortunately, we felt like it might be a little insensitive, so we decided not to go with it.
Insensitive.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it could have been.
That's what we're doing.
I mean, like, we constantly do
Yeah,
it.
I mean, we do, but it
just didn't roll off the tongue.
It doesn't
quite
roll
like
off the
Yeah.
tongue. It didn't
It
work.
wasn't quite as clever as
I feel like
Tropic
people
Topics.
would see it and not know we were talking about tropics.
Exactly,
They'd probably
yeah.
be like, what's going on there?
Anyway, our group message is called Watching West Africa.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Because tropical
Because,
systems
yeah.
come off the coast of West Africa. And we're watching all season long.
The best name ever. So next season of Watching West Africa.
We're going to send Grace to West Africa
Yes.
and watch her the whole time.
And
actually
we're gonna have a new
amazing.
intro song. It's gonna be Tropic Like It's Hot 2.0. We're gonna have that whole new
It'll be
intro
Ross
song.
on the guitar.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Kristen plays piano. Don't you play piano?
Very poorly, but yes.
We can make a band.
oh, look at there. A really bad band.
All right.
The band will be called
What's the
Watching
question we're
West
waiting
Africa.
to be answered?
Somebody already answered it. We've got an answer.
so we're just talking now?
We're just talking now. We're
It's
wrapping
just
up the
our
show.
talk show now.
That's it. We're wrapping up the show. We really want to thank everybody for watching us this year. The idea behind this show was to be a little more local, to give you guys some more information than just the randomness that goes on with other individuals and other shows that are being done with this. Not that there's not value in those, but we wanted to specifically highlight our area because it seems that we always have tropical activity in our area, including this year, where we had 6 individual indirect storms, 2 direct storms. Mindy, I kind of scoff at. Mindy was a rainstorm. Yeah, Mindy didn't really count. Mindy didn't count.
Was also named
Like
12
one was already
hours
over
before.
land.
Yeah, you know, they
So was
did that with
Claudette.
Claudette too.
Yeah.
So,
We don't like
anyways,
that one.
thanks for enjoying our sarcasm and watching us weekly and being here with us. We are striving to reach out to the community any way we can and educate you guys. And the idea behind this show was to be a little more personal and to add a little levity to tropical season because we do live in the tropics. We have to deal with it. We know that Michael was devastating not only to the area but to the psyche of this area as well. And we wanted to say, hey, like, we get it, but, you know, it's time. It's time that we start looking at tropical season for what it is and stop looking at it with fear and try to understand these storms as they're coming in. So that was the idea behind this show. I hope that we accomplished that for you guys. You got a little more background information on storms as they were coming in. And I hope you had a little bit of fun. I mean, I certainly did. I enjoyed it. This is kind of like the 8 a.m. college you never really wanted to go, but then once you went, you were like, it wasn't so bad. That's kind of how I felt.
That's very relatable.
That's kind of how I felt about it.
Speak for yourself. I wanted to be here. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to be here.
Spencer, our unsung hero. Maybe he was
Yes.
the sung hero because we talked about him quite
It's
a
like
bit.
the glue that held us together.
He was, and responsible for all of our graphics that you see here on the show and punching everything. And oh my goodness,
Look at him finally
Appearance?
popping on cam.
this is like Wilson showing up on Tool Time, seeing the full face.
I even shaved for this.
And he got a haircut for
And
us.
I got a haircut.
Look at
Yeah.
you.
And I'm wearing my News 13 shirt. So
Wow.
I came prepared.
Really going all out for
Spencer
the last one.
showing up. So, round of applause for Spencer and his awesome work. And a round of applause for you guys. We made it through another tropical season. So, until 2022, we go into the next season. That's going to be it. You guys got anything?
Just thanks for watching and trusting us.
Yeah.
See you next year.
Thank you for watching Tropic Topics, sponsored by Peden Heating and Air Conditioning and Marietta Toyota. Be sure to download the StormTrack 13 app today to stay up to date with all of the latest weather information. For more local news, weather, sports, and more, visit mypanhandle.com.